Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2019 horror movie Boo, a film that is written and directed by Luke Jaden and stars Aurora Perrineau, Jaden Piner, Jill Marie Jones and Rob Zabrecki. And this is a horror film that focuses on a family, quite a broken family, who you see right at the beginning of the film, they don't get on, and they are left it's Halloween, and you do see at the beginning there's like a little thing that happens at the beginning of the film that tries to set something up later in the movie, and it's in 1980, and then it jumps to present day where we meet this family, and they're left a prank early on Halloween. It's Halloween night, Halloween day, and they are left a prank at their front door, a boo. And there's some kind of urban legend that goes with this boo, that if you don't take it seriously and follow its instructions and pass it on to someone else, you're dead, basically. Now, the father is a bit of a religious nut, and he thinks it's all blasphemous, Halloween, he won't have any of it, and he ends up burning this letter, this boo, which freaks out the young son, incredibly so. And they all go about their day. The young son is, I don't know, goes in his room and creeps about and does his creepy drawings. The older sister wants to sneak off with her boyfriend to get up to a bit of slap and tickle. The mother wants to indulge in wine and prescription drugs, and the father, who knows what he's up to, but you know, he's creeping about libraries and things like that. So they all start experiencing things throughout the day, having these experiences. They're having visions, dreams, feeling like they're being watched, all this kind of stuff. It keeps getting creepy and creepy and creepier, until it comes to a head that Halloween night, and it comes to fruition that in actual fact the message they were left earlier that day could actually be coming true, and this curse is now upon them because they didn't pass it on as they should have done, etc, etc. Right, that's the basic premise of this movie Boo, and the premise itself actually sounds interesting, doesn't it? Unfortunately, what we get here is a pretty poor film, a pretty poorly constructed film, which is a shame because there's some interesting ideas in the film. The cast do a decent job. It's got a decent production behind it in the sense of it looks and feels. It doesn't look and feel particularly cheap. So some effort has gone in here, but it turns out in actual fact into a bit of an incomprehensible mess, this film, and it frustrates the hell out of you when you watch it, because it's one of those movies that is full of jump scares and false scares, and by that I mean you get cheap jump scares at the beginning, which I hate. I think we all hate. I don't know why they do it, but the genuine scares it tries to give you turn out to be false scares because it turns out they're dreaming or they're having a vision. You know what I mean? You might see something really graphic and gruesome, and then the second later they wake up and you think, oh. So in actual fact, I think something like an hour and 10 minutes into this film, nothing real had happened. It had all been dreamt or imagined, and you just feel cheated when you watch this film. There's some kind of, they try and make this connection to this urban legend, to this Vietnam veteran who, you know, you see right at the beginning of the film, who does a despicable act, and somehow this curse is connected to him, but I either couldn't figure it out, or by that point I'd lost interest figuring out how it was connected to him, because I just, by this point, near the end of this film, I was getting really annoyed by this film, because I just felt it was wasting my time, because it was false scare after false scare, jump scare after jump scare, and every horror trope you could imagine thrown in between, darkened rooms and lights not working, and you know, and another thing that infuriated me really, that everybody in this family was unlikable. The father, you just wanted to dump, you know, you didn't care what happened to him, he was so horrible. The mother had a bit of a backstory, so you could understand why she wanted to drown her sorrows in wine and prescription drugs, but still, she wasn't a likeable character. The older sister was just awful. She just wanted to run off with a boyfriend all the time and, like I say, get up to no trouble, get into trouble, get tattoos, and really rebel against her parents. And the young kid was the only one you could kind of get on with, but only up to a point. And they try and give you some kind of, I'm not even going to call it a twist by the end, but you could see it coming a mile away. So the last 10 minutes it tries to deliver on scares, but by that point I'd lost interest, unfortunately, and I couldn't get on with this film at all. It's a 4 out of 10 for me. A huge disappointment, because it did have some potential. Urban legend type movies can be pretty good if they're done properly, and this one was terribly mishandled, I think, from a pretty interesting idea. So yeah, I think this is one to avoid, guys, but I thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you next time on Screen Stars.